Hi, welcome to Make It Funny, where I take your suggestions and I make them funny. If you'd like to leave a suggestion, put it in the comments. I'll make it funny. Today's suggestion comes from David Travanak, whose suggestion is irony. I know I've posted more than one video about this topic, but it needs to be reposted because apparently no one's getting the message. Far too many people do not know how to use the word ironic, and I'm talking people who should know better. I hear it misused in movies and in television. I was watching a sports show yesterday. They misused it. Not to mention just the layman who misuses the word ironic all over the place. And what's ironic about it is you're using it to sound smart, but by not knowing how to use it, you sound dumb. So I'm here to help you. I'm not here to judge. I get it. It's a confusing word if you're dumb. But apparently a lot of people don't know how to use it. And they will use it wrongly. Is that a word? They will use it wrongly. I'm going to stick with that for the rest of their lives, and they'll never think twice that it's wrong. But if you're somebody who's like, I think maybe I don't use it correctly, which, by the way, here's how you know if you're using it correctly. I don't have a steadfast rule on this. I started that, and it's almost always the opposite of what you would expect. So, for instance, the example I like to use is if you were driving and you thought about basketball and you came home and then turned on the TV and there was basketball on, that is not ironic. That is a coincidence. If one of the basketball players on their way to the stadium, their change missed the toll booth, that's ironic because we would all expect of all the people in the world, the basketball player would make. Right. See what I'm saying? But if you don't know, if you're on the fence and you want to use the word ironic, but you're like, I don't know if this is right, just say the word interesting. It applies in all cases. It applies if it's coincidence. It applies if it's ironic, and you still kind of sound smart. And the best part of it is it starts with an I, so you can catch yourself. You could say I was thinking about my childhood sweetheart, and then I went to the grocery store, and interestingly, I ran into her. Now, of course, the I part negates the sounding smart part, but you'll get better at it. But so if you don't know if you should use the word ironic, just say interesting. You won't go wrong. You won't sound like an idiot. You won't have David Travanak judging you. Yeah, I'm talking to you, all the famous writers out there. Writers. People who are paid to be writers for television who don't know how to use a word. And also, isn't there anybody else? Because what drives me nuts when I see it misused in television is one person, okay. You have a writer's room. These are supposed to be the best writers in the country, getting paid sick amounts of money to write, and nobody raises their hand and goes, actually, that's wrong. You can't use that word because what you just said is not ironic. DEI, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this wasn't happening 20 years ago. Yeah, it was. I don't even need to say it, but I will. And Alanis Morissette, thank you. Good night.